Hi, thank you for joining me. Wendy Anderson, justbe.me. Sorry, just switch that around a little bit. You don't want to see me doorknob, do you? Okay, special shout out, an A up and a bonjour to my friends in Paris. As we say in Yorkshire, A up. Hi everyone, how are you navigating all that we are going through right now? It's a lot, isn't it? So headaches. So I'm being reported, lots of people reporting the headache that is coming on. You feel like your eyes are on stalks. So where is it that you've lost love for something, someone, or a situation? So again, the headache could be asking you to strip something away. It could be something, a personal situation, or something that you've simply lost love for it. And if you've lost love for it, trust that feeling about it. It could be that you've even lost love for yourself, that you feel like you should be doing more, being more. So if that is the case, then the scenario is to put love back into yourself by just honouring just where it is that you are right now. Is to just honour your humanness. Navigating what we are navigating is big. It's amazing. So if you have a headache, then maybe you need to conserve your energy and take some time out to rest, to just be. And just being could consist of literally doing nothing. It could be, I don't normally put the TV during the day, but if that's all you can turn up and manage to do is put the TV on. It could be some very gentle yin yoga, just a little bit of stretching to whatever it is that, working through the body. It could be a little bit of journaling. So I've got a little thing for you for, it's more of a program really, that you can use periodically. So I'll share that with you in a bit. It could be a relationship that might be doing your head in, and there's a reason why it might be doing your head in, because it might be a conditional love relationship that person is expecting you to turn up and provide their love quota, their happiness quota, their well-being quota, and whatever it is their need quota. And at the same time, we are releasing the Nice Girl, Nice Guy program as well. We're feeling this liberation of freedom in, do you know what? I just need to turn up and do me right now. And I am attaching less. I feel attached less to others that are needing and requiring from me, whereas before I've given. And right now, I don't feel like I want to do that, because I need the energy just to keep myself upright. So I cannot turn up in a way as to how I used to turn up before, say in certain relationships. And it could be work as well, that perhaps you're finding you cannot turn up in the same capacity as what you once did for work. You may not simply have the energy. So there's lots of things releasing in order to reattach to it in a high vibrational frequency and energy. But where you are right now is fine. Like if everything is falling to pieces, great, beautiful. Maybe it needs to fall to pieces. Maybe some of the plates need to fall and smash. And maybe that's where they need to just stay. And the ones that remain, great. You'll have more love for those because they've still got a pattern on, because they're not broken. That's great. So it's okay to keep those. So we are literally kind of resting, reviewing, shuffling, sorting out. You may feel, so black spruce as well is good for the temples, for headache. Black spruce, even a little bit of, so really good. So you'll find Helicobacter pylori bacteria kind of in the cranial nerves and behind the eyes. Some of you may have measles, mumps, rubella around the eye nerves as well. So that's when you feel your head feels like it's on, your eyes feel like they're on stalks. It could be that you've just got more of a temple headache, which is more stress. So it's, where is it that you've lost love for something? If it's more around the eyes, it's literally central nervous system overload. You need to switch off, lay down, couch it, do nothing. But some of us maybe still feeling guilty around kind of doing nothing, you know, or I've got stuff to do. Please don't feel guilty, because while you're doing nothing, you are doing a lot. So what's happening while you're doing nothing is you are literally recharging the mitochondria, which is the battery in the middle of your cell, in order to energize your cells to, and once they're energized, they again can release what is no longer serving you in the body. They can release toxins, they can release pathogens. If they don't release, then you get cellular changes that are not an advantage, if you know what I mean. So this is why it is really important to do you right now, to do perhaps nothing if that's what you need to do to really recharge the battery in your cell. So the headache could be that you losing love for yourself and not meeting your own needs. You are abandoning yourself. So then in turn, that will come up in the chest. When you are abandoning yourself, it will come up in larynx and pharynx. So again, this is a sign that you've abandoned yourself, where you are not meeting your needs. So it's then rejecting yourself, which then turns the program round to, where is it that I can turn up for myself as ferociously as I would do for other people? Get the essential oils out. Drink more water, get some vitamins and minerals out, push nutrients into your body and cells to then release the toxins with more ease and grace. So there's lots going on. Essential oils are amazing right now. So for respiratory, your rosemary, basil, your oreganos, are really, really good. Rosemary is great for pneumonia if you're an old person, and that's really good. Frankincense is always your go-to, because it will help with your heavy metals that are kind of like possibly stuck in your lymph. Your lymph is self-love anyway. If that's blocked up, then again you're lacking in self-love. So again, where is it that you need to turn up for yourself? Myrrh is a really, really good essential oil, because it's got an effect on strep bacteria, and particularly Staphylococcus bacteria. Staphylococcus bacteria is always present with infection. So if you've got a respiratory infection right now going on, teeth, myrrh is really, really good. If you've got a wisdom tooth that's rumbling. So, you know, those wise men knew what they were talking about. And obviously the white gold, which is your fulvic mineral. Fulvic acid, again, an amazing product. So all those things, really, really good. Shungite water, putting some shungite in some water, leave it on your window ledge in a glass jug, couple of days, drink the water. We've had lots of radiation as well recently, so will help clear the radiation. Also, geranium essential oil, really, really good. You can put it underneath your tongue, even though it says a lot on these oils that you can't use orally. Frankincense you can, because I've done for years and I'm still alive. Myrrh, because obviously you can put it on your teeth. Geranium you can put under your tongue. Out of the other list, respiratory, I'm not sure, you would have to, so doTERRA is the Bible of essential oils. It will tell you what you can ingest and tell you what you can't. So don't take my word for it, do your own research. It is printed in the doTERRA edition books. So if it's printed, their studies have been done clinically in American clinics. So you know that information is good for it, basically. So don't trust what it's saying on the labels. They started putting that on about 6 years ago, not for ingestion. Yeah, the reason why is because it hits your bloodstream straight away if you put it underneath your tongue and it gets into your salivary glands, hits your system straight away and does its job. So it's interesting how they're saying not for consumption. Some people like to put it in water, that's fine, but you can, if you're brave enough and you can tolerate the taste, you can, you know, just directly put it underneath the tongue and take a glass of water, it's fine. Chaser. So those are some tips if you've got, you know, the cold and flu coming on because you've abandoned yourself, for the headache. Another one is just rest, you know, to take what it is you need. Even my own family, you know, the last 3 weeks they've taken, you know, the odd day off work and college because they've met their needs. So again, it's the end of the people pleasing, the good girl, good boy kind of scenario as well. So that'll come up. I can't remember which vertebrae it is, but it does come up in one of your vertebrae as well. Good boy, good girl program. So you may be feeling it in the spine right now. Again, your yin yoga to just do some stretches. Just stretch that spine out to pop that bubble of that program in your DNA. So that is going to be a really interesting program that we are shifting at the moment. The good boy, the good girl, the people pleasing is literally, people may think that you've gone insane, crazy, because you may be turning up in a way that feels good to you, but it may be a way that you've never done before, and other people may not understand it. But there is a new feeling of safety in the root chakra of being able to turn up in the ways that fulfills our minds, bodies and hearts. So to others it may seem really wacky and strange, and they may even try to have you committed, but it's the new sane. Insanity is the new sane. If you feel like, kind of like having a crazy dance around the house, or, singing a funny crazy song, or kind of like suddenly saying, nope, can't do you right now, can't do you. People go, what do you mean? Don't you love me? Da, da, da. And it's kind of like, no, you are literally releasing the people-pleasing program, the conditional relationships, in order to allow in more unconditional loving relationships. So there is a lot going on. So be really beautifully kind to yourself right now, whatever you got going on. If you have got cold and flu, then that's great, brilliant. It's opportunity to rest and nurture you. And maybe, if you've looked after other people for maybe a day or two, for others to look after you a little bit as well, but not too much, because then it gets an abuse of power, doesn't it? There's these people that string it along that are feeling absolutely fine and still going, oh baby, just make us a cup of tea. It's kind of like, you need to check in with that, at a conscious level. But I can see why, if you've looked after so many people. So another thing that I was given in rest and reflection was a little program. So again, it's asking the divine for your needs, for what is it that you need. Use sleepy time. It's like talking to children, I'm so sorry. Use sleep as an aid as well. So just as you are falling asleep, ask the divine to either send you clarity about something you've been mulling over. It could be a release with love and light situation about something. You can use that. You ask for whatever it is that you need, and not coming from a real needy and sinking kind of way. It's kind of like, I know all is well, I know all is fine, but can I just ask? Become the ask hole. It's lovely. Your angels are there to connect the dots of you being the ask hole. They're like Sonic the Hedgehog tapping their foot if you're not asking and you're not being the ask hole. So, give them the work that they are here to do. They love it. So this is what was given to me to do. And it's not that you'd have to do anything. It's just in the beingness. But for me to help connect some dots in 2025 is to plant my seeds in the now, in this current portal. So I call it the meridian pathway, and connect all things to source. So on a piece of paper, I've written money, relationships, work, health. And at the bottom I've put trust in the unseen until it is seen. So basically, a lot of faith is going to go a long way at the moment, and trust is going to go a long way at the moment. So you might think that everything's there at the minute, but it's okay. It's just part of the divine plan. So money. So take the money and literally kind of like ask to connect that to divine source, because that is where money comes from, is source. So it's asked to resource anything. I'm connecting my money to source. Relationships, I'm connecting my relationships to source. So it may, in your mind's eye, when you're saying, right, connect relationships to source, it may give you some directives or actions to perform for you, and it will be unique for you. So that's all right. It's a planet of free will. You can tick it, leave it, it's fine. But even just that connection to connecting your relationships to source is quite a beautiful, energetic order. I wanted to say the word order, an energetic ordering, like you're ordering food, like you're ordering something, because it's part of your creation abilities, and kind of like, I'm just asking for what I want, I'm just asking for what I'd like to create, just for the fun of creation, thank you very much. So it's just literally have some fun with it. Work, I connect to source. So then it's literally asking source energy that the divine love that you are bringing in. So you're connecting all of these categories to the divine love, and then you're connecting it all. You know, like I was saying, it's like the Minority Report, that your relations, your work, your finances, everything are like screens, and they're all connected. And the connection is, right, I'm now connecting all of those screens to divine love. It's now all powered by divine love. So this is kind of like the new era that we are walking into, and understanding that it all comes from source. Not from one another, not from your boss, not from your husband, not from your wife, not from your kids. It's all coming from divine. And then it is, you are the conduit, and then it's all of that is coming up as a creation on your little monitors and your screens as to your human experience. So in 3D, this wasn't a thing that we could easily use to create with, whereas in 5D it's going to get interesting. So you can create your own unique timelines on your little screens. It's awesome. So we connected work to source, health. So I connect my health to source energy. So we are beings of love. We are created from the frequency of love. So normally if the physical form or the body is a little bit out of alignment, it's literally because you're dodging the source love. You're coming away from love, like, and it might be the kind of like, well, I don't deserve to be well, I don't deserve to be healthy. It's your worthiness that is just getting in the way. So it's kind of like, right, I'm sitting in the lines of source energy. It's my divine creation birthright for me to receive and be in divine love, because it's what I'm made from. It already is, you know. I am just intentionally just connecting to it of what I already authentically am. But that's what we've been missing. We've come away from that connection. We've been disconnected. Now we're plugging back in. So you can, you're a creator being, you can add categories, take them away. It's up to you how you want to work this. So if you've got a pen ready and you want to do this, it's called the Pathway Connection to Source. So money, relationships, work, health. And you can also put the intention in there that I'm already abundant in all these areas, that it already is. I'm already in alignment. So what happens is sometimes when we're manifesting, it's like we'll put the order in, like I've just said, like the order, it's like I really wanted to use that word. I'm putting an order into the angels, I'm putting an order into the universe. And it's almost like an Amazon order that you'll put in your order and it'll be delivered, but then you'll move house. You've gone out for the day, so literally you've gone like that, and your delivery is not fully coming into you. So you're ordering it, but you're missing it, and you're missing it because it's kind of like saying, well, I don't really deserve to receive that, but it is your divine birthright as a human being to being that energy, and this is the DNA repair to come back into that connectedness with the divine and all that is and all that we do. And you know what? The connection to this may not always seem light and fluffy as well. You know, like I say, it's releasing the people-pleasing program. So once you are receiving divine love, so to speak, it's kind of like you're not receiving it from the other sources as to where we used to receive it from in 3D, if you know what I mean, from other relationships, from maybe your children, from maybe your spouses, girlfriends, boyfriends, whatever it is. All of a sudden, it's like you don't need to go there to that supermarket to get your love from, because you're getting it, you're in alignment, you know, you're asking for it, and you know that you're worthy of it, and you know that I'm it, so I'm already receiving it because I'm already it. So then your relationships, you'll feel a sudden freedom around, like I no longer have to turn up in the way that I turned up. So, you know, in a past video I was talking about people that I was focusing less energy to. So, you know, it was kind of like the users, the complainers, the abusers, the blamers. I can't remember what number 5 is. So there'll be certain dynamics within the relationships as well that will be now lit up. And it's kind of like, do I want to place my energy into and around that anymore? And the answer at heart level might be, well, I'm not right bothered anymore. And that's great, because it's kind of like there's a liberation around it. There's a liberation of your heart. So therefore, if you're no longer kind of like having to turn up in a certain way to receive the goods from that supermarket, so to speak, it means that you've got the divine shopping mall. That all my needs will be met. So it's almost kind of like a detachment from these relationships, because you've got this relationship going on here. So that's gonna feel a little bit strange at first as well, because you've been turning up a certain way for, well, definitely this lifetime and potentially other lifetimes. Whereas in this lifetime, this is the breaking the chain, this is the shift. It's the reconnectedness. So relationships may feel different when you start working in this way. I would love to hear, you know, your comments and feedback from this. This would be really, really interesting, about once we start kind of like doing that program, as to what the outcomes are going to start to come in. So those that are financially, you know, not over here and not in alignment to it and everything else, those that are health wise, you're over here and not in alignment to it, you know, those relationships that needed to fall away. And it's not to say that you want to isolate and not have anything to do with anybody. There will be certain relationships that will need to fall away, and that's okay. You can allow them to do that. And there'll be certain relationships that may have a transformation alongside your own transformation. There may be other people that are witnessing your transformation and may not like it, because it may not be serving them anymore. So that's an interesting reaction as well to others around us when potentially we are transforming. And you know, it be vice versa, when you know, we're all at different stages and steps and everything else. You know, you might be thinking, you know, you might have been going through your transformation, and it's kind of like, and then all of a sudden, you know, one of your family members or spouses may start going through theirs, and all of a sudden they're not quite as tentative to you because they're receiving divine love. And you know, it could be on the other end, where it's kind of like, they used to really love me before, and now I'm not getting really the attention. So check in with your ego. You connect to your own divine outlet. So if you are being triggered in that way, beautiful, that's great. That's showing that you're evolving and that you're transforming. So even if you are triggered, I'm not getting the attention from XYZ anymore, it's all still absolutely beautiful, because it is a signal to the universe that you are transforming. But it's okay to be wherever you are right now. You know, we're all on different journeys, we're all on different timelines. You know, some of us may be absolutely kind of like feeling it in the body and absolutely knackered and can't turn up, and you know, and it's like, I've been like this for a while. It's okay, it's absolutely fine. You know, you don't have to rescue anyone by you. You know, you are the only one that is actually going to turn up for you. You can't give that job to anybody else. That's, you know, that's the difference between a survivor and a non-survivor, is that the non-survivor always thinks that somebody else is going to save them, whereas the survivor is kind of like, no one's coming. I've literally got to, you know, grit my teeth now and get myself out of the quagmire right now. And that's it, you know, that is a pure individual connection to source, which is such a beautiful, energetic transformation of relationships, from codependency to then independency to then interdependency. You know, kind of like when you've taken your time to be independent and then you've both taken that time and then you come together. Oh my goodness. And that pure unconditional divine love, oh my goodness, you know, it's going to get really good, going to get really interesting and beautiful. So, love you and leave you with all of that, because that's a lot. So, yeah, care to the central nervous system, peripheral nervous system, do nothing, literally desensitize the senses, you know, go back to 0 point field. So I close my eyes and I imagine it's just space, it's just nothingness, and just stars. And it's like, I haven't got a body, I haven't got a mind, I'm just literally being in space, and that's it. So if you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed with anything, to me, I found that practice quite helpful, particularly when I had a back end of Lyme disease. So it just released me out of the body for a little while, momentarily, to receive some healing and then come back. Because when you are in that mode, it is your timeline from before you became human. You're just an energy source, just pure love. So you're not broken, you're not damaged, you haven't been through any trauma. You are just pure energy, frequency, love. And you can tap into that unbroken self at any point. But then at some point as well, it's good to get back in the body and to feel it, whatever it is that is a little bit tight or a little bit tense. Dance it out, shake it out, some somatic shaking, or stretch if you like stretching, walking. Whatever it is that feels good in the body to you. And sometimes getting in the body gets you out of the mind as well. So if you find that you've got monkey mind and you're overthinking things, get into the body, go for a walk, go for a run, do some stretching, whatever your ability is, whatever you can manage right now. It could be even just kind of like lying down on your yoga mat, you know, with a blanket and a cushion. I've done that before, that I haven't even had the capacity to even do a basic stretch. It's just kind of like, I light my candle and I'm just literally turning up with my blanket and that's it. But then celebrate yourself that you've actually turned upon your mat today, and you've lit a candle for yourself, which is a pure gesture in love to you. So celebrate the little things. I'll leave that with you. Love you all. Take care. Bye.